Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I'm starting late with the vlog. It is actually 5:45. I was up, I done cleaned my bathroom. I cleaned up my living room a little bit because we have some tumblers to make, okay? I have 5 tumblers to make, and like I said, I got 2 of these t-shirts to make. I'm making one for my daughter and one for my son. I think that's it. Yeah, but I do have 5 tumblers to make. So let me try to set y'all up so I can work properly because this ain't working. I'm holding y'all and everything else ain't working. I got this big strap on my camera for when I go outside. I could like strap it because these niggas be stealing in New York City and I don't got the time. So I got like this Gucci print strap I bought from Amazon because I record on my Sony, I think it's the A5000. Yeah, that's discontinued. So I got this to hook onto the sides. So yeah, I don't need Canva. First I need to go turn on my sublimation printer. Let me minimize that. The video is about to go live from yesterday for me releasing my father's balloon. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go head over and watch that. So yeah, my aunt even asked me, she was like, did you record it? And I'm like, no, not really. What am I looking for? Downloads. The folder is 101. Here you go. I just printed out, well, I just deleted mad stuff from off my computer from my downloads because, baby, that folder was looking crazy. So let me turn on my printer and put paper in my printer. But yeah, I'll put it out there so that you can see. I hate adjusting this thing. Every time I move, I gotta adjust it. But here is my sublimation printer. Let's turn it on. Let's start there. I converted an Epson onto a sublimation printer. So my Epson is the ET2760, and it looks like that. Did y'all know that y'all could get shipping boxes from Amazon for free? That's what those 2 boxes are. But yeah, back to the printer. This is the printer that I use to do my sublimation on, you guys. And this is the one that I have. Yo, since I got it, this is all the ink that I've used, and I've sublimated a lot of tumblers. So yeah, this is the one that I use, and I got it from off of Amazon. I got everything from off of Amazon. This, the Hippo ink, and I also brought Hippo paper to go with it. This is the paper that I use for the 8.5 by 11, and then I have a sub for 8.5 by 14. This is what I use to sublimate the books with. And here is how the ink looks. And I still have some left, so yeah. It came with 2. This is my sublimation box. So it came with 2 big black inks. So this is the black ink. And the rest of them was little. Oh, sorry. The rest of them was little like this. But it came with 2 of these. So when you first get your printer, you're going to use like a full bottle of the black and then just refill it, because that's what I did. Like when you first get it, I let it sit for like 2 days, because basically what's going to happen is once you get your sublimation printer and you set it up and everything, do not put the ink that comes with the printer inside of the printer. You do not want to use that ink, because if you use that ink that comes with the printer, you will have to either flush your printer or buy a whole new printer. So do not use the ink that comes with the printer. The first time you turn it on, you're going to want to use your Sublimation ink from jump. Do not use the ink that comes with the printer. Comprende? Comprende. So we need 5 pieces of paper. I know this is more than 5, but we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces of hippo paper, and you know that the hippo logo goes on the back because it feeds through the front. So I'm gonna slide that paper. What I did was I found somebody. Hold on, I gotta lay y'all down so I can put this on here and put the paper in correctly because it ain't working. So what I did was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me do it this way. So I do not want this paper to get jammed up in here. So what I did was I found somebody on YouTube, not that had the one that I had, but because they're all like the same. I found someone on YouTube that took you step by step on how to put the ink in and all of that stuff, because it's like literally steps that you have to do. So I found somebody to do that, and I just basically followed the video. So yeah, that's what I did. Let me just find it in here. I don't want to find it in here. I'm going to find it right here. But then every time I click, let's just find it over here. So what I did was I found someone that did the same, like, you know, had the printer and stuff like that. And then I basically followed the steps. And for me, because you have to make sure that you don't have no spaces in the ink, like when you first do like a test print, it's going to give you like some configuring, and it's like a box, and you got to see like what line is perfect and all of that stuff. What I did was I let the printer sit for 2 whole days before I did it again. And once you let the ink, because it's liquid, so it's like, you know, you got air bubbles and everything else from squeezing the ink in there. So I did it once when I first got it and set it up, and it was like spaces in between and stuff like that. And then I was able to do it again after I let the printer sit for 2 days and let the ink level out, and everything was fine. When I first started, I had an issue with connecting it. Like the first time or the second time I went to go use it, it was like it logged off of my Wi-Fi. So I had to call Epson and basically tell them, you know, I just bought the printer, yada, yada, yada. So when that happens, it wasn't connecting. So when that happens, I know that it's my Wi-Fi router, or something is wrong with my Wi-Fi router, or whatever the case may be. So what I did was I unplugged it and unplugged my Wi-Fi and let it boot back up and everything, and then connected it to the Wi-Fi again, and it just worked fine after that. So whenever it doesn't connect, it says that it can't connect, I know that it done kicked itself off of my Wi-Fi. So I just either log back on through the printer and it works fine, or I just reset my whole modem and everything else. But I haven't had to do that since that time, and that was it. So yeah, I'm about to print out these images. so I could do that. And I already have it like set to the sublimation like settings and stuff like that. Why is it's like this? Why I say 99 and not 101? Let's see. Okay, I'll do it like that. I already have it like preset to where it's mirrored and all of that good stuff, because when you're sublimating an image you need it to be mirrored. So I just set it the way I wanted to set. I have it on, let me just show y'all. So these are my presets right here for my Epson. I have it set to the US letter 8.5 by 11. I have it on premium matte paper, highest quality, and as you can see it says mirrored image. Now I did a preset and just named it sublimation, so whenever I click on this it automatically jumps to this, and all I have to do is press print and it's gonna connect to my printer, and then that is it. So today was one of those days that my printer tried me. I had to unplug my Wi-Fi to get it back to work, but it's printing now, so that's all that matters. I can get my work done, and it's 6 o'clock. My video just went live 19 minutes ago, so go check out that video. I'm gonna take this off my head so my hair could breathe. Whew. I just messed with the top. Gotta put something on it to give it some moisturization and brush it, and that's it. Like when my hair is relaxed, it is so easy to maintain. I want to listen to music, so when I get to sublimating, y'all might listen to your own YouTube version of music, but I'm gonna be in here jamming to some City Girls, period. Let's wait. Of course, when you print out your images, it's not going to look vibrant. For those of y'all that's not new to sublimation or don't know anything about sublimation, the images is not going to be vibrant when you print them out, but when you sublimate them on the tumbler, it will look real va-va-voom-ish, if that makes any sense. So that printed, open image 2, click here, let's go here. Why are these, let's change it. Okay, cause y'all, wait, before I print that, see, look cute. Let's go over here, let's get one of the tumblers. Because it's printing at a different size than what I am used to, so I need a light. So I need to see if this will cover. Yup, it would. Okay, so cool. Alright, so I can print it at that size. So hold on. When I finish printing out the image, I normally like let the ink air dry, because the image is still like wet from coming out of the printer. So I normally let it dry and stuff. I do have my fan on, so it'll help the ink dry a little faster. Yeah, so this image size will be perfect. I don't know why it's coming out smaller than what I'm used to, but yeah. One down, well, two down, 3 more to go. Now I'm going to see if I can sublimate all 3 of them all at once. I want a coffee, so I think I'm going to go make one and print these out. And I'll come back with all the images printed out and show y'all the next step and what I do. And then I'm only going to talk y'all through one because I have 5. So therefore, I'm only going to talk y'all through one. And then I'm going to jam out because I can't work under these conditions. Okay, so I'll be back. So right here, I'm taking the tumbler out of the box and I'm spraying 91% alcohol on a piece of paper towel, and I'm going to wrap the tumbler in with the paper. I only cut one side and the top of the paper off of the excess white to get rid of it, and I leave one edge. The edge that have the extra white on it is the one that I use to like pull and everything else to make sure that the paper is extra tight. I'm taking my heat resistant tape and I am taping the paper to each other so this way it could be snug onto the tumbler. So I put 3 strips across and then I put 3 strips going up and down, sometimes 4 depending on how long I cut it. And I'm just sealing off that seam because I don't want any air to get inside while it's sublimating. So I take my little crooked squeegee thingy and I seal off the seam. I take masking tape, but this is painter's tape, and I put it along both seams so this way I can rub up and down to make sure that the seams are 100% sealed because I don't like the shrink wrap for some reason. I also take painter's or masking tape and wrap it around the top of the tumbler and make sure that is tight as well. And I wrap the bottom and then I put it in my convection oven for 375 at 375 for 7 to 8 minutes.